It seems so harmless.
If we have to handle and do so gently, not any sudden jolts.
I only wish to understand you further. To understand why you senselessly destroy expensive equipment and pay no heed to things of importance. Since I am to take your lives, it is necessary that you explain these impulses.
Don't injure him or allow him to damage himself, so that he cannot continue as what he is. At least, that is how I would have arranged it.
You will have to come and examine us closely, O Perfect One. No, go back, go back!
Well, what do you make of that?
Can't you stop it?
Something's happened to him. We can only pray that it straightens itself out.
Can it?
Possibly. How can I know?
Surely there's a chance. Why doesn't he get up?
If we pick him up,
Don't touch him.
What do you make of that?
I would say he suffered a severe shock, possibly brought on by a physical blow of some kind.
The first one, it almost went over the top?
Yes. And then it cleared itself and returned to normal.
And then it began jumping all over the place.
A period of grave disturbance within the mechanism of his brain, probably brought on by some strange new tension to which he had to adjust himself.
Sit down. Barbara, Susan, I sense the strain that possessed you. That was not meant for me.
For the purely selfish reasons we didn't want to blow ourselves to pieces. Don't think we have any regard for you.
Pieces? There would have been no pieces. A vaporized cloud of radioactive dust, but no pieces. Nothing recognizable as Barbara. Nothing recognizable as Susan.
and nothing recognizable as you.
I would have already have ceased to be. The explosion would not have happened.
Where are the doctor and Mr. Chesterton?
They have escaped
Escaped.
to the surface of this dead satellite world. There they will have no comfort for their hunger or their thirst, and I have made it impossible for them to re-enter this place. Out there they will die, slowly. It is the way they have chosen.
You mean you didn't go after them and try to bring them back?
They are of no more use to me. Once I've completed my experiments with you two, it assured me that my long time of waiting was finished. Soon you will both be taken to the chairs and linked to me. Then your lives will be mine. Then I will be a being much like yourselves, independent of the power which animates these machines. But greater, far greater, for my body is not made to slow corruption as yours are. I will live forever.
Susan, I can't help it. It's him living forever, and Uncle and Ian are free?
I do not understand this reaction. Please explain.
Ian and Uncle are free.
You're not much of an improvement on your old Derivatrons, are you, Perfect One? A machine's a machine, no matter how much it looks like a man. Life has no meaning for you. God, in a tragic way, it's funny, really. I almost hope you do succeed and you get this enduring life and live forever. I'd like to be there when the novelty wears off and you're bored to death with thinking how wonderful you are.
Will you make more perfect ones? A bunch of little perfect ones slithering out of their test tube?
This talk has no meaning to me.
It has meaning enough for us. What would you like to talk about? All the wonderful surprises you have in store for us?
Stop. I order you to stop.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow?
Stop them.
Praise be to thee, O perfect one.
This reaction disturbs me. Ian and the doctor have escaped to their deaths, and this moves you to laughter? It is possible that these flesh and blood creatures are not in harmony with all the scientific principles that we have observed in flesh and blood creatures up to this point. We must do more experiments on them before I will undergo the great experiment with them. Take them to the chairs.
If we are to do anything of what we came here for, we must forget about this. I just don't know when it all might suddenly come to an end. And that is the truth, Mr. Chesterton.
How can we find Barbara and Susan?
In what was once my study, there's a bank of screens. We called it the audiovisual locator mechanism.
Closed circuit television.
It operates through those bulbs. Since I have removed the liquid from that one, it is inactive.
And from there we can see any place in this building.
Through a selector console, yes.
How do I get there?
How did you get there?
We have to split up. Now you stay here with tape on. I'll see you and find as much as I can on my own. We can't be putting all our eggs in one basket.
I agree.
Do you have something with which I could draw directions?
Now, any idea what you'll do?
I think power. The Derivatrons have obviously modified the generators to take all the power from the supply ships. If I can get some of it flowing back into your TARDIS, I might be able to take some of them out of action and give you the means of escape.
Right. We'll meet up at the TARDIS when we've all done what we can. Good luck.
This is the Atomic Magazine. Replace the vision eye at once.
They've got to come back. They've just got to.
I know what they've gone after, Susan. The signal. The signal that brought us here. It would have to be something that would make them leave.
Then we have to survive whatever new tests he has in store for us.
Yes, let's be thankful they're tests and not the big blast off.
He seemed to go to pieces when we started talking nonsense.
It's the confusion. We've got to do something that they can't possibly expect us to do.
Something altogether new.
Think, Susan, think.
99 bottles of ale on the wall, 99 bottles of ale. Take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of ale on the wall, 98 bottles of ale on the wall.
I say, would you mind attacking me?
You can hear me, yes, but you cannot speak. But you can hear. The drug paralyzes your muscles, but you can hear. You can confuse my derivatrons with your deliberate behavior, but I am the perfect one. Had you forgotten that? I reacted to your questions more quickly than you thought. The meaning of all this is that it has no meaning. I will take their lives now.
What do I do? Ooh.
Take them to the chairs.
Hold it, perfect one.
Doctor, he's in my quarters. Leave them. Go get him.
I just thought I'd let you know. I'm Susan and Barbara, and I won't help you.
Doctor.
You don't know about women, do you? These are Earth women. They're inferior. You take life from them and you'll be as weak as they are. You don't believe me?
Ask Tabon.
Tabon.
He knows more about you.
Than you do yourself.
Tabon is dead. He escaped to death on this dead planet.
He is alive.
I've spoken to him. He told us about the one hidden fault in your construction. Something you don't even know.
False. False. Unacceptable. False. Tabon is dead. It has been 7 years. He could not have lived that long.
Oh, he couldn't?
Well, perhaps I could arrange for you to say that in his presence. Tabon says you're making one of your big mistakes right now. If you don't believe me, link yourself to one of those inferior creatures and find out.
The Derivatrons made you. You told us the Derivatrons made you.
They did what they knew must be done.
Let the women go, Perfect One. You were made as a man. Experiment on me.
No, Doctor, no!
I decide what is done here.
Don't you see? He's doing this to save us.
Strap him in the chair. You forced me to new experiences, Doctor. To use the chairs in a way I have never used them before. As Barbara and Susan will tell you, the level of power I use in these experiments robs a person of consciousness and so of pain.
Let's have it without the talk, please.
But we must have talk. We must have knowledge and truth. How did you learn of Tabon? How is it that you made your way back to this place? Will you answer these of your own accord?
The truth won't be acceptable, therefore you won't believe it.
Tabon is dead. There is no imperfection in me. Your words are false.
Tabon is alive. It was his signal that brought us here, the signal you couldn't trace.
There was no signal. Your words are false.
Why has he got to be dead?
Because I am the son of his brain. He would love me as a father loves his most perfect child.
He hates you, Perfect One. You're the most shameful creation a man of science has ever made.
No.
Yes. He couldn't make you himself because you were the image of everything he detested in his science.
No!
Don't do it!
He didn't see us.
They've not yet been put on alert.
Enough. How did you find your way back in here?
What do you want me to say? I'll say it.
The truth?
Go to the cemetery where we found Tabon. You'll find him there.
You found the dead body of Tabon.
Is that what you want me to say?
It's the truth.
And if I say it, what happens then?
I free you. And I take the lives of these women as planned.
He was in a tomb. He'd been asleep for 7 years. He hates you, Perfect One. He wants to destroy you.
False!
Like it or not, you'll have to accept it. He's fixing the signal now. Contacting the ships of Luxor. Your rule here is nearly over.
Is it the power room that he came out of?
Yes. He'll come back. If they're still in the same checking routine, we have about 20 minutes.
Come on, then.
This is power to the central laboratory. What?
You can never do it this way! You've nearly killed him already!
Everything he told you was to win time for us and the others.
I will face my masters as a whole living man. The helmet! The helmet! Full power! Full power through him to me.
Taban, move or your machines are gonna be on us.
I've got to order it so they won't know straight away what I've done.
You should have taken an electronic eye out before.
Oh, I've done nothing. We were lucky we weren't seen earlier.
What will this do?
You'll send a slow feedback of power back into your TARDIS. There's nothing else I can do from here.
Get with the other Earth people.
Go with the others, Susan, quickly.
I gave you an order, Doctor. I must be obeyed.
I won't leave you.
I must be obeyed, Doctor.
Not by me. I'm not one of your senseless machines.
But in this place I hold power of life and death over men and machines alike.
Wrong. You only hold the power of death. You can't create life.
Your words have no meaning.
Well, then I'll explain them to you. He who can create life holds the power of life. And this man gave you life, Perfect One. Taban of Luxor. Now is the time for your obedience.
Please, let these people go. Let them put power back into their ships and let them go free. I will stay here. You can do anything you want with me. Experiment on me. Take my life, only let them go free.
Do not kneel before me.
I've cost too many lives already. Let them go back to their own world.
Do not kneel before me. Do not kneel. We are equals, Master. You and I, we are equals.
Let them go free.
Their lives are worthless. We will use them to make others.
No! No!
You did not leave me because you hated me. You needed time to think, to make new plans.
No.
You did not leave because you hated me or that I am your shame.
I condemned you. The moment I dreamed of making a man, I condemned you then.
I am a machine like these others. I can never be more.
I can't give you more. I can only create in you what I created in myself. No!
In your hands, you must destroy me.
What? No! No! If I harm you, I destroy us all!
Destroy me!
You know I can't do it!
This is the last command I give you. Destroy me! Destroy the Perfect One!
Don't ask any questions. Get out of here. Head down to the dining hall. There's power flowing back into the TARDIS. Hurry.
What about you and Ian and Taban?
We'll follow. Go, now! Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. Is that what's causing this?
That, and for the first time, they've been ordered to destroy themselves.
It's too much for you. What about him?
Don't know.
If he ceases to be what he is while the power is flowing, then this whole place is gonna blow up, right? How much power do we need in the TARDIS?
Not much.
Then what are we waiting here for?
Taban, there's nothing you can do for him.
I condemned him to this! It was me I condemned him!
Do you remember what we saw in the atomic magazine room? This whole place is gonna go up!
Why did you wake me up? You should have let me step in!
For Christ's sake, we didn't have a chance then, we do now!
Wait, go.
Get the Perfect One. Leave him here.
We can't. They'll be out of control everywhere. We can't ditch him until we get back to the ship.
Barbara and Susan, I forgot. There's gotta be robots everywhere.
What's happening? Where are you taking me?
All your creatures, your robots and Rivertrons are out of control.
I've got him. They were trying to smash his head in. How close is he to sending us all sky high?
That is what we're trying to hear.
Here?
The personality center of his brain, the cerebral cortex, is made of liquefied metal azintium. In its liquefied form, it can hold magnetic impulses almost to infinity, but its liquefaction range is within 0.6 of a degree of temperature. If the power intake is not used up with movement and thought, the temperature will soon rise. Quick! We have to get him moving. Each of you grab an arm and drag him along. Quick, let's go.
Why is it all swaying like that? I don't know. The others were so stately and deliberate. And this one, it's all beads in his head. Try and head him off. You go for the door.
Get him out of the way!
Skull is split. It's the brain insulation. Get away, Doctor. Get into your TARDIS and get away. I'll try to stop the flow.
But I can take you back to Luxor.
Listen! This place is doomed.
I'm not gonna leave you.
The atomic device you saw, it's enough explosives to level this entire planet.
We're not going to leave you here to die.
My friend, I was too much of a coward before to face death. I'm stronger now.
All right, I've set the time coordinates. We can't go into the space dimension without risking the dome not opening.
TARDIS, take us out of this horrible place.
How much time have we got?
I don't know.
It's getting louder.
Well, the personality center of his brain is solidifying, so we'll probably have to wait till that's finished.
Glad to know that. I'm not gonna die for this place.
It's moving. We're away.
Look at the screen.
And the last enemy that shall be destroyed is death.
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing. Let's get you back home.